He said he had a wife. I said I wasn't looking for love. But when he whispered why he came to me, I forgot how to breathe. Tap the like button, drop a comment telling me your favorite moment, and hit subscribe so you never miss another videos. So if your wife is so beautiful, why are you here with me? Because I respect her too much to do to her what I'm going to do to you. Oh, jackpot. I'll be right back. This version includes hot romance, hidden sensuality, and emotional tension, crafted to be 110% safe for YouTube community guidelines, with American character names, and no explicit content or headings. It started like a whisper, a brush of air barely noticed, but impossible to ignore once it touched me. I wasn't supposed to be there that night. I wasn't supposed to be in that room, under that kind of dim golden light, waiting for a man who should have been anywhere else but with me. But I was there. And so was he. His name was Carter Reynolds. Carter had this kind of energy you could feel before you even saw him. A heavy, magnetic stillness, like a man who'd seen the world and didn't need to chase anything anymore, because everything came to him. And I wasn't chasing either. But I wasn't standing still. It was a private event at the Fairmont downtown. Corporate people with too much perfume and smiles too wide. I was there as a freelance interior stylist, just wrapping up a job for the design company that handled the event space. But I decided to stay for the cocktail hour, maybe to network, maybe to disappear into the noise, or maybe because I'd seen him. The first time Carter looked at me, it felt like a secret got born in the space between us. He didn't stare, no. That would have been too crude. He observed. He studied me the way a man studies a painting. Quietly, deeply, with eyes that promised he could find more in a glance than most people did in a lifetime. I remember adjusting the strap of my dress like it mattered, like it covered something too exposed, even though I wasn't showing much at all. But his gaze, it undressed something else entirely. He finally walked over while I was sipping something citrusy, my back half turned toward the main ballroom. I felt him before I saw him, and when I looked up, he said nothing. Just smiled. "Can I stand here?" he asked softly. "You already are," I replied, feeling heat rush up my chest. He tilted his head. "You're not from here." "No," I said. "You. Born and raised. But this isn't my scene. I'm just accompanying a friend." "Friend," I echoed. "Is that what you call her?" He didn't blink. "She's my wife." I smiled with a playful bite to my lip. "So if your wife is so beautiful, why are you here with me?" His answer came without hesitation. "Because I respect her too much to do to her what I'm going to do to you." I nearly forgot how to breathe. Something inside me fluttered and kicked at the same time. Desire, danger, disbelief. But more than anything, thrill. He didn't touch me. He didn't lean in. But the air between us was already too tight to breathe. "Oh, jackpot," I whispered, not even realizing I said it out loud. He grinned. "I'll be right back." And just like that, he disappeared into the crowd. I should have walked away. Should have left the hotel entirely. But my feet, my body, my mind, all stayed. And when Carter returned, he didn't say anything else. He just looked at me, gently offered his hand, and I took it like I'd always meant to. We didn't leave the hotel. We didn't have to. He led me upstairs, never pulling, never rushing. Just letting me follow. I asked him nothing. He explained nothing. And yet, I understood everything. We entered the executive suite on the 18th floor. The lights were low. The city sparkled beyond the glass wall like it was holding its breath. I felt his presence behind me as he quietly closed the door. And still, he didn't touch me. His restraint was more intimate than any hand on skin. "What are you thinking?" he asked, voice warm and calm. "That I don't want you to lie to me," I said. He moved slowly until he was standing in front of me, close but not touching. "I haven't lied. I told you she's beautiful. I told you I respect her. But this isn't about her." "Then what is it about?" I asked. He reached up and tucked a strand of hair behind my ear. The backs of his fingers brushed my cheek and I felt it in my spine. "This is about you," he said. "About what I see when I look at you." And how I want you to feel seen. No one had ever said something like that to me. Not like that. Not with such calm fire. I felt my heart stutter against my ribs. His hands remained at his sides. He was still giving me the chance to walk away. But I didn't want to. I leaned forward just enough that my lips almost touched his jaw. Then see me, I whispered. What followed wasn't chaos, it was quiet surrender. He didn't throw me down. He guided me. He made every movement feel like a secret being told against skin. We sat on the edge of the velvet couch, knees touching, breath mingling, eyes locked. He let his fingers trace along my forearm slowly, like he was reading my thoughts through my skin. The heat wasn't in what we did. It was in how he made me feel. I felt worshipped. Not owned. Desired. Not used. He kissed my collarbone like it was made of silk. He traced the edge of my back with his palms, lifting goosebumps in their wake. Every place he touched became electric. Every breath he took felt shared. But even in the most intimate moments, it wasn't about what we did. It was how we didn't rush it. It was how we breathed, lingered, tasted the air like it was forbidden and divine all at once. His hand splayed across the small of my back, holding me in that liminal space between passion and restraint. Every sigh, every low hum in his throat, every time he closed his eyes as he pressed his forehead to mine, it made my world tilt. And still, it wasn't vulgar. It wasn't dirty. It was heat held in reverence. By the time we were both wrapped in the hotel's white cotton sheets, barely touching, our bodies still humming from what hadn't needed to be said, I realized something I hadn't expected. I didn't want to own him. I just wanted to remember what it felt like to be chosen, without a label, without explanation. Just a moment that was mine. I watched Carter lay back and stare at the ceiling, his breathing calm. His chest rose and fell like waves. I turned on my side and studied the sharp lines of his jaw, the creases near his eyes that told me he smiled more than he should admit. I didn't ask him anything else. He didn't owe me reasons. But before I slipped into sleep, he turned to face me, his voice barely audible in the hush between us. You made me feel something real tonight. So did you, I whispered back. He brushed his fingers along the inside of my wrist, soft, slow, almost apologetic. Then he kissed me on the shoulder, the quietest goodbye I've ever felt. In the morning, I woke up alone. But not empty. He was gone. No note. No message. Just silence. And yet, I didn't feel used. I didn't feel like a mistake. I felt like a memory he'd chosen to keep tucked away, private and treasured. Because sometimes, the deepest intimacy doesn't end in forever. Sometimes, it ends in a breathless pause. A secret. And a smile you carry with you long after the night has ended.